of when Amrish Prabhu, our um, grandson of Alfred Ford, when he first time met Srila Prabhupada, and he was introduced that he's grandson of um, Alfred Ford. So the first point, Srila Prabhupada said, where is he now? Srila Prabhupada asked Amrish Prabhu that where is your grandson now, grandfather now? So we can't, nobody, Hiranyakashipu will not be able to live forever, even though he tricked Brahmaji to control his lifespan. But to please Brahmaji's, to make Brahmaji's words come true, Lord Vishnu appears as Nrsimhadev. And Hiranyakashipu was eventually liberated back to Vaikuntha in the form of Jai and Vijay. So that's one point we want to make from the purports, that this conquering over the mentality to control over, yes, you can control over for the time being. Yes, you can take over the institutions, take over the countries, take over the planets, take over all the demigods and make them your servants. For the time being, material nature will allow you to do that, but not for too long, not forever, not forever, not forever. You will lose control by the will of the providence. We all will lose control. So therefore, we must take shelter of the Lord Vishnu, Lord Mukunda. That's one point. Second point here is, we see here, he became puffed up because of this benediction from Lord Brahmaji. So Lord Brahmaji gave benediction because Hiranyakashipu asked for. He pushed, he pressed Lord Brahmaji that this is the benediction I want. So taking shelter of Lord Brahmaji, or Lord Shiva or Lord Mother Durga is not so dangerous, but what is dangerous is what benedictions you want. If you ask Lord Brahmaji, Lord Shiva for mukti, for liberation from the pangs of this material world, from the three modes, they will guide. They have guided millions of devotees on the path of liberation by surrendering to Lord Govinda. But here, Hiranyakashipu asked for the wrong benediction, becoming immortal, having control over everything. So this one demon, something parallel to Hiranyakashipu, but small, much smaller than Hiranyakashipu, his name was Ghantakarna. Ghantakarna was also very demoniac, similar characteristics of Hiranyakashipu, trying to take over everybody. Lived in the Himalayas and worshipping Lord Shiva. But he was very, he was allergic to the names of Lord Vishnu, Lord Narayan. So he had huge bells around his ears. Ghanti means bells. So those ghantis will keep on buzzing all the time because he used to live in the Himalayas and many saintly people will chant Lord Narayan's name. So he didn't want to hear Lord Narayan's name. He will worship Lord Shiva. So then Lord Shiva was pleased with his bhakti. So Lord Shiva asked him, what do you want? Now this is where the punchline is, as opposed to Hiranyakashipu, he did not say immortality. He did not say, put me into the three gates of hell of lust, anger, and greed. He asked Lord Shiva, I want to be liberated. That was the difference between Hiranyakashipu and Ghantikarna. So Lord Shiva himself, immediately he said, Ghantikarna, I'm pleased with you, but what you're asking me is given by Lord Narayan. So please, and Lord Narayan is very kind. Ghantikarna said, Lord Narayan, I never wanted to hear his name, and he must be very upset with me. Therefore, now I can't go to him. I'm feeling supremely embarrassed. Lord Shiva said, no, don't worry. He has a heart like mother, very forgiving. He's not remembering anything you have done against or bad for him. So please go. And you don't even have to do any austerity. You can just go to Dwarka and meet him. He's in Dwarka in the form of Lord Krishna as a king of Dwarka. So Ghantikarna runs to Dwarka and he talked to the Yadavas there and he says, I want to see Krishna. They said, well, Krishna went to Badrika Ashram perform his meditation. So Ghantikarna runs back to the Himalayas and he goes to Badrika Ashram and he sees on the way many other devotees chanting Lord Narayan's name. So in Badrika Ashram, he goes into meditation and he's remembering Lord Krishna in the form of Narayan. And he chants loudly now because he's in emergency mode. He doesn't have that much time. And then Lord Krishna from his meditation is explained. He hears his names from Ghantikarna and he's pleased. Lord Krishna is pleased. He asked Ghantikarna, what do you want? So he said, I'm guided by Lord Shiva and I have made so many offenses against your holy names. But here am I. I want liberation from the birth, hate, old age, disease, from the three pangs of material nature. So Lord Narayan was so pleased. He said, yes, Ghantikarna, you liberated, not you're only liberated, but here in Badrika Ashram, I will reside as Badrinath, and I want you to become my doorkeeper. So even today in the Badrika Ashram, we find Ghantikarna's deity form that he's becoming the doorkeeper. I was remembering this because it connects with Jai and Vijay. They were the doorkeepers. So Ghantikarna is Karna means ear, Ghanti means he has ears, he has bells around his ears. So taking shelter of these personalities is not an offense, but what benedictions we ask for, that's very important. So Hiranyakashipu made the wrong calculation by making this benediction, asking for this benediction. And same thing now, Durga Puja is going on, Navaratris is going on. Mother Durga is form of, she's expansion of Srimati Radha Rani, expansion of Lakshmi's Maha Yoga Maya, Maha Maya. So worshipping Mother Durga and asking for benedictions to become the servant of the servant of the servant of the Vaishnavas is very pleasing to her. But that's what it's not exactly what's happening when we see many people celebrating Durga Puja, doing the rasa dance and whatnot. So this is a small story I'll tell real quickly. Time is limited. There was a Vaishnava Chandi Das. He was very opulent. He had a big house and he had a brother who was very poor. So Chandi Das, throw him out, his brother, out of his house and gave him like a little servant quarter outside his big bungalow. So his brother used to worship Shaligram Shira with some Ganges water and some tulsi leaves and some flowers. But Chandi Das, having a big bungalow, he was worshipping Mother Durga every day. This was going on for long. And one day his poor brother, sitting outside in the servant quarters, he's worshipping the Shaligram Shila, and he saw one very beautiful, fragrant flower in the courtyard of Chandidas bungalow. And he prayed to Lord Krishna that I wish I could get that flower, but Chandidas will not give me that flower. He has kept it for the puja of his worshipable deity, Mother Durga. But in my mind, I'll take that flower and worship you, Shaligram Shila, with that flower. So his brother did that. And then the next morning, when Chandidas was about to serve Mother Durga with his loving devotion, and Mother Durga guided him in his heart to actually go and pick up the same flower that was in the meditation of his brother. And he picked up the same flower and he offered to Mother Durga, and Mother Durga was very pleased. That was the first day when she became so pleased, and she appeared to Chandidas. She said, "Today I'm so pleased." Chandidas said, "What happened? What's different today?" She said, "You offered me a flower that was offered by your brother in his mind to my master, Lord Narayan, in the form of Shaligram Shila. Therefore, today I asked you for any benediction you want. I can give you some benediction." So Chandidas was very pleased, he said, and he was so morose also that how come he put his brother down, who's worshipper of Shaligram Shila. He went and asked for forgiveness, and he asked Mother Durga that please engage me in the service of Shaligram Shila also. And that Chandidas became one of the greatest poets in our Vaishnava history. It's explained, Srila Prabhupada writes that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to relish the poetry of Shri Chandidas. He wrote many poems glorifying the pastimes of Radha Krishna. So again, sorry, we're above time. Benedictions, we must be supremely careful what we ask for from Lord Krishna or Lord Brahmaji or Lord Shiva or Mother Durga. Thank you so much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai.
Thank you very much, Devakinandan Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
We'd like to wish you all a safe and Krishna conscious day and weekend ahead. A weekend of wonderful activities. We'd like to offer our prayers to the Supreme Lord by chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.